Oh, pretty good. Kind of crazy day. But all's well that ends well.
Yeah, you said you've got the 4-day weekend coming up?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. The office is not officially open during the next 4 days.
Nice. Alright. I think we're live, and I've told the gentleman that we are good to go pretty much whenever.
Well, then let's get it on.
Indeed.
Before we begin, I'd just like to say, down with Scott.
Yeah, I guess it seemed like last night we were a little too much anti-NORAB. And in reality,
You've seen nothing yet.
yeah, it was not anti-NORAB, it was anti-Mech Mage. But I can see how it came
like
across as
underdog.
both. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, they're preparing to battle. And here they go. Gonna start out spectating Edgar, and we'll go from there. Oh, Paladin mirror match.
I will fight with honor. Justice demands retribution.
This is a good starting match, I think. They both had a lot of success with their paladins, and it makes sense they'd open it up.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. I haven't seen either of them play in such a long time that I actually forgot which classes they had. I know I just spectated Darkstorm last week, but it was so long ago. We do see, in terms of opening hands, I think Edgar does have the advantage. But any top deck could really turn that around this early in the game. See a pretty even split so far. Oh, so Darkstorm chooses to use the muster and not save it to combo with the juggler on turn 5.
Well, you know, it's really valuable to clear that that shielded mini-bot out at the cost of only your own divine shield.
Oh, are we gonna see a coin shield master, or played around and then some people played around and now like I don't even. Maybe it's because I personally don't use him in my own paladin deck. But yeah, you've got a fair point. That would definitely turn the tides of this game very early.
I think Scott is thinking that even if he doesn't have Quartermaster, the True Silver Champion is much better used in a situation like this, where there's only 2 attacks to eliminate, as opposed to 4.
Oh yeah, that worked out very well. Like the Shield Master, oh my goodness.
That's absurd.
So the Shield Master did a good job basically paring down the board, and now this Explosive Sheep is really going to make both players kind of think twice about what they're going to put out. Honestly, I think
Yeah, it's kind of
if you're
to dude's
Darkstorm...
advantage that you go ahead.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that coming. I thought he was just going to hero power, attack with the Light's Justice, and pass.
And this really puts Edgar in an awkward spot here. He's got a bunch of possible plays, obviously. However, none of them are particularly attractive. Belcher is just going to die. It's not a ton of value from Healbot. He can't clear Lothad losing just as True Silver Champion. And Quartermaster obviously is not ideal to play without your recruits.
Let me think.
I'm surprised by this play. Like, not that he played the Belcher,
what he's thinking here is that only Lotheb can clear the Belcher, and then he'll have to clear the sheep into his the drop footman, death metal footman. What is it? A slime.
Right, but what would have happened though is Lotheb would have been at 5-3. So attacking the Belcher would have been essentially a board clear, leaving the 1-2 slime behind.
A very aggressive play from Dude. He doesn't leave him with a lot of options in hand if Edgar can clear this this board now.
I think at this point he tastes blood. He sees that he's got the board advantage, he's got the health advantage, and they're even in terms of weaponry. The bigger hand, and from what we can see, I do think Edgar now does have the upper hand, technically. No pun intended to the land hands that he has. But yeah, this is exactly what I expected. He takes out the juggler, he plays the Belcher, and he now does the opposite. He puts Dude in a position where there's a 5 health minion and he's got the 4 damage weapon. So from Dude's perspective,
what was probably going through his head is that he lost. Sorry, I just noticed that Dr. Boom caught top deck. That's
right.
Just good. Just great news. To Edgar's advantage, he didn't have a ton of great options to start the hand, but he is in a position where he could stall just with heal bots and sludge belchers to taunt.
Yeah, the back-to-back sludge belchers really was just a great advantage on his favor. The mind control tech not really going to come into play here. I don't think it's going to matter. Oh, I wouldn't have expected the Acolyte to come out here, though.
It's possible he miscounted. He thought he was on 8.
Yeah, that does make sense. I think heal hero power is not bad in this case. It's not great, but it does. It just holds off until land hands next turn.
Yeah, he's got play on hands to stall. He's got quality in hand to clear out whatever the Trogzor is going to drop on him. He'd like to see some extra value, I think.
I do like this play, just the order of operations, causing Trogzor to only take 1 damage. You take the additional damage with your hero who's going to heal up anyway. Yeah, and then you drop the boom. This mind control tech, 50-50 at being just a great play. Yep.
But fortunately, justice demands retribution. I think you need to equality here. You're gonna drop equality, and then your Acolyte of Pain.
Yes, I totally get it. However, that is going to give a free Trog to the opponent. So, if anything, that might be something you do before. I guess you don't want to do it before the mind control tech because you don't want to steal something at 1 HP. I don't know, just a rough spot all around.
Yeah, not enviable in the least. Fortunately for us.
It does work out well that the Acolyte came down afterward. He could potentially take a bomb and then some follow-up damage for the double draw.
This is true. You see Dude just weighing his options here. He absolutely doesn't want to have Edgar drawing.
Yep. So he goes with a relatively heavy sacrifice to get rid of the card draw.
Reporting for duty.
And possibly the worst place for that bomb to go.
Yeah, he had 25%.
Oh man, the Muster Quartermaster combo this turn.
I think you have to drop it. You need to be able to clear Krogzor.
Yeah. That will drop him to 13 HP. Unless there's a heck of a top deck from Dude that's not going to be lethal this turn.
Let me think.
And then that does again open up the lay on hands potential next turn. Of course, he has been sitting on that since about turn 2.
He's never been in a strong position to play lay on hands. He hasn't needed the healing too much, and he's been ahead on cards most of the game. Lay on hands is really a card you play when you're ahead and you want to get further ahead.
It is, but at the same time, as a control paladin, you're always put in that position. Generally, by turn 8, you should have drawn one of your lay on hands, and
okay. Here comes Tyrion.
So, if you play Tyrion this turn, what do you kill with your 3/3?
I assume to get rid of the Trog, I believe.
Yeah.
I think overall Tyrion is the better play here.
Okay, I like this.
Laying on hands is
no.
It's just the worst. I'm not sure why he didn't kill the Trog first.
He may have been expecting a Doomsayer, which is about a 1 in 120 chance, but I guess you gotta go for it. I guess it can't be 120. It's about 1 in 60, maybe?
It doesn't happen very often in any event, and always when you don't want it to.
And, oddly enough, I feel like it does happen often. Maybe that's just the number of games played. But I know it's personally happened on the ladder at least 4 times. Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can do here.
You lay on hands, you pray for a miracle, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean this is a good opportunity to remove Sylvanas, but exactly, yeah.
Reporting for duty. Well met.
All right, so in game 1,
Down with
justice
Edgar.
demands retribution, and everybody's happy.
So let's see. He's got his choice now of his druid or the warrior. Darkstorm still has his mage and his priest on deck. Depending how things go, he may not even need to pull them out. I don't know, I would call that was a pretty even match. It looked like Dude was at the disadvantage early, and then he swung back into the game around like turn 6.
That he did. Scott unfortunately just couldn't. He had not a great starting hand, although it kept him alive early, and then he never really drew into anything that could really build on the board that he had developed.
Oh, so we do see the Coin Wild Growth opening hand coming out of the druid. Oh, and that will lead to he'll be able to innervate out the Sludge Belcher if he would like on his next turn.
Put this apple on your head.
I think you're probably going to see a Wrath against this Knife Juggler instead.
I expect so. That is, however, it gets cluttered at that point. Because on turn 5, he's got the option then of the Belcher or Innervate Ancient of War. Alright, so what we're going to see, it is going to be the Sludge Belcher coming out after all.
And that's going to work out here because dude did not draw muster.
You know, it would be
That's a
great.
minute to admire the golden knife juggler, however. Don't see that too often.
I cannot see dude's hand. So I think after his turn, I'm going to drop the spectator client. So if you could please narrate what's going on.
Let me think.
Alright, I beg your pardon. Dude has got a Sword of Justice to play on turn 3. He could also hero power and drop Zombie Chow to maximize the value of the knife juggler here.
Nice.
I think he's just debating how he wants to play the next turn. He also has True Silver Champion, so you don't want to just throw out the Sword of Justice because you may be looking to. Instead, we see Equality,
Wow.
hoping to clear out this Belcher early. He gets a lucky knife. And that leaves Edgar in rather an awkward spot as well.
I feel like in this position, don't Wrath. Or just Wrath for 1.
Yeah, the Wrath is going to be sitting there. You don't have a ton that you can do the next couple of turns currently. It looks like he's opting to remove the Zombie Chow.
I don't like that play. Given his position, I think you do have to draw the card. Because even... So, he hero powers, he attacks the Chow, he Wraths.
Just
Okay.
absolutely clutch top deck from Edgar.
Yeah. So it does work out.
Showcasing the skills that have made him a 2-time champion.
I eat my words. And this, drawing that second Wrath, which now will hit for 4, just incredible against this play.
Definitely one of the better possible drops that could have come out of the piloted shredder in that case.
Yeah. I guess for either player.
And now Edgar's just looking at a ton of options.
Yes, having popped 2 wild growths at this point, there's basically nothing barring Cenarius that he cannot play next turn.
Reporting for duty.
I think most likely you're going to see Sylvanas. If he drops that Ancient of War, he's going to be a sad puppy.
True,
So of course, dude is holding on to the Black Knight.
but he will know that the knight's out of the way.
None shall.
So the Black Knight comes out, he guards his stream. King Arthur is sad. Board advantage, dude.
I have no time for games.
So here we now have the Sylvanas. I expect the hero power to knock out that dude.
Yeah, I eat my words.
Oh.
He went to the face.
What?
He read a little further ahead than me there. This is a much better board for Sylvanas to be on than the previous one. Even with the 2-1.
I don't know. I feel like you run the Black Knight into Sylvanas. No matter what she steals, you can take it out with the True Silver and still play the Shredder afterward.
Yeah, I think that's the play we're gonna see. I think he's thinking about hitting it with the Peacekeeper first.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. It does now. Okay.
Oh, it's-
Yeah. Ideal.
Well, how about that?
Yeah. I think next turn we're going to see the Keeper at least come out and ping down that 5-1 Black Knight. And then, yeah, you can follow it with the Senjin and the Hero Power. Not a bad play.
Safeguard.
Again, that True Silver in hand, always a threat.
Yeah, but of all the times to True Silver, this is not your favorite. Like you want to be able to take out that Senjin with one hit.
Yes.
Let me think.
And, you know, with just 4 attack across the board, it's just awkward.
Well, he can also Peacekeeper. It seems like a waste, but it does lead itself to a board clear. He chooses not to, unless he decides to do this in a weird order. Okay, this...
You know, that's very dangerous, having not seen a swipe.
He can still draw it,
He's going to top
unless
that
he
interval and
also...
swipe right now.
Exactly.
Boom. Okay, close.
Okay, so we can still see the hero power. And it looks like he is going to go for the Argus, not chancing fate.
You know, he wants to preserve the 4-1 for the swipe.
Well, at the same time, this keeps it down to a 2v1 board instead of a 3v1.
Reporting for duty.
So we will see. This could lead to an interesting swipe to the face, followed by a keeper to follow up on whatever drops out of the shredder. Oh no!
Now, you know what?
No.
I think that
Bold
he does
move.
not want to. Now that he's got the board advantage, he's got a card advantage. He wants. Wow. That's awful. Unfortunately, he wanted some extra value from the swipe, but he got screwed.
Do you expect equality here?
This is the second Ancient of War. You're gonna give him an equality if you play it, but it may be worth it just to clear it out.
I forgot that Cho works both ways.
Yeah, you don't have another great play.
I feel like that Cho could really work against him, even in terms of the cards you can draw from Ysera.
Let me think.
Do you really want to give like Nightmare and Dream to your opponent? Oh, and he's gonna charge the Cho.
No, you know that's.
No!
No, he's gonna go straight for
Not
the face.
even.
He's looking to. He knows that that Cho is a disadvantage for dude, and he's just gonna press the advantage.
So we do see
He has lethal next turn.
this turn. Like, Dream could send back the Ancient. That is what we're gonna see. That does give a Dream to your opponent.
Shields off. Red alert.
Reporting for duty.
I don't know if I like that. I mean, it does protect the board, but with the Silence Ysera, what are you really protecting now? I feel like had he just built up his side of the board and waited one more turn to use that Dream, he could have gone for a lethal play. Now, as it is,
Yeah.
it's not a...
He's drawing the perfect combo, but unfortunately he can't use it.
Yeah. I guess it depends what happens on this
You know
turn.
what?
If Cho does die to swipe or a similar play, then he's welcome to Equality Consecrate.
I was just thinking that you could perhaps Peacekeeper Cho, but it only works on enemy minions.
Oh, right, right.
At the same time, you can't just be playing Equality. Like, the Ancient of War comes back out, it may be a necessity. But he can push for lethal at that point, using Equality Consecrate, even with Cho on the board.
Yeah, now again, Edgar really has only a handful of possible plays. None of them are great. Yeah, I think if this Ancient does come out, we're pretty much guaranteed to see Equality Consecrate.
Absolutely. He's going to do a little housekeeping here to clean up the board.
If he plays this Chow, Mind Control is going to come into play as well. No, he plays around it. Whether
Because another
intentionally
option
or
now with the owl
inadvertently.
in hand.
Yes, very true.
You got to be careful if you're going to play Equality now too, because if you silence the Ancient after it's been Equality, it'll bring its health back up to 5.
Right. I've made that mistake, I think, twice, because I didn't learn my lesson the first time.
It stings every time. Instead, he silences Cho to get this clean clear.
Okay. I like this. It does now soften him up to a very nice swipe. But does it matter at this point?
But you know it does. Dude's only hand is cards that you play for extra value as opposed to for their board presence. And with armor, he can weather the storm for a couple turns. Unfortunately,
Not that
fortunately
one.
for us, he's top deck boom.
Reporting for duty.
And Edgar's been holding on to that Black Knight the entire game. Nary a swipe to be seen, or a taunt to be seen, I should say. The only move here is to dream boom.
Yeah, I think you have to. Dream it, play the Shade, play the Black Knight. No, he's not even going to
He's not
try!
even gonna go for it.
Ah. I don't know about that.
Just giving up
No.
like a 2-time champion. Alright, so it's Control Warrior versus this same Paladin that dude has been sweeping the match with.
Geralt versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
Alright, there we go. I think I found the trick to spectating without bugs. Don't let it auto-reconnect.
As for everyone watching at home, I hope that you've learned a lot of lessons about how to spectate. We've been running a clinic.
It's growing pains. This is much better, though, than spending hours editing 2 videos together.
Job's done.
I can only agree. Edgar, not a bad starting hand. He's got some room to grow with the Armor Smith and the shield block.
Yeah. I feel like he is
Dude,
going to test the
meanwhile-
waters here with the Armor Smith.
Oh yeah, against Paladin, you really want to get that Armor Smith out. It really gives them trouble with the hero power. Like this Muster of Battle is about the only play in dude's hand, and it's just not at all ideal.
That changes things a bit.
Yeah, well, you're gonna see next turn is the Muster for Battle, and he's gonna take advantage of the murky turn order to get a pile of 2/2s out
Oh,
and still
absolutely.
retain a weapon.
Yeah, this will be too. Unfortunate because the fact that the light's justice will cause all of the muster targets to become 2/2s. It puts them out of the typical Death's Bite range.
And this hand is just not developing for Edgar.
I'm really wondering, oh, what is he digging for using the shield block that early?
Reporting for duty.
I really think that he knows that this play was coming. And he wants to get that armor up.
Okay. Well, let's see if he decides to do it one more time.
No, I think that is, yeah, you see the death bite come out. It's a little bit too conservative. You want to get in this position so that you can take out both on the next turn.
Yeah, I do like that play. Unfortunately.
That exact combo that everybody worries about.
Okay.
But now he's got a way to deal with this.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna see a shield block here, and then a shield slam against the 4/4, and then you hit the quartermaster with your axe to clear it. Or vice versa.
Well, he does it out of order so that he ends the turn with armor, just in case he top decks yet another shield slam, and I do like that play. Oh, that Harrison Jones comes a turn or two too late.
I'm going to be interested to see what he does with this, especially if dude chooses to ping here, as he does.
Yep.
Do you hold on to it for the next muster for battle, or do you just take out that weapon now?
Well, now he's got the very clear Shield Maiden execute. It buys him some time. It relieves a little bit of the pressure off the board. Oh, man.
And dude, just curving out like a boss.
Exactly. Just when Edgar thought he might be in the clear. Oh, and he does choose to take 5 face damage for that. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite him.
Execute coming just a bit too late. The second execute.
So, do you see the Shield Maiden Armor Smith or Shield Maiden Hero Power? Oh,
I actually
wow.
like this rag play.
I don't know about
You
this.
need a distraction from your face. Basically, any one of these targets is great to hit with rag.
Sort of a wasted Peacekeeper. Oh, I guess, no. Never mind. If he is going to send...
He gets to...
Yep. Okay, so Ragnaros swiftly dealt with.
Yeah, but he wasn't playing it for value. He just needed to buy time. You see the second muster come into Dude's hand. Could be a very valuable Harrison Jones if he chooses to play it.
I'm really surprised that Boom was not executed there, and he played the Shield Maiden instead, or the Armor Smith.
Well, Lothab causes a problem in terms of executing Boom. It was a six cost execute. I think he's thinking he wants to see how he managed that turn. Just a total clinic from Dude on turn order.
Reporting for duty.
I think at this point, Brawl is possibly the only saving grace.
Yeah, he really needs to pull a Brawl on to deal with all of this. But in the meantime, you need to execute Boom.
Yep, I mean, he can execute Whirlwind, Shield Maiden, and Armor Up. It's not a full board clear, but it's a significant removal of damage off the board.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the Shield Maiden is gonna just take it from this Lothab. However, you're scrambling.
Oh, he has other plans.
My shield for honor. Was a mistake.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I'm not sure what his plan was there, actually.
Speak to me.
I can only imagine he intended to attack with the Lotheb and then just misplaced his minions while clicking. That was a very hurried turn. It's very rare that we see turns that quickly in this tournament, especially in the semifinals.
He laid those cards down with purpose, only to emote mistake.
Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately,
Oh, clutch Sylvanas.
I have no time for games.
it is, but I feel like it's just going to be ignored in lieu of face damage right now.
Oh, absolutely, but you get to trade into the other
Trogzor.
Sylvanas. Yours resolve second. And then you get 4 card draw.
The
Oh,
pint-sized summoner. Alright, yeah, and this is a great time to play Trogzor, I would say. I don't know why he
dude,
decided...
just... Harrison Jones is the only play here. I'm not sure why he played the Fiery War Axe. His only hope here is to Harrison Jones into a brawl.
No, I think you're right. Unless he knows for a fact he doesn't even play Brawl. Wow. So we see a very quick
Well,
3-game sweep come from Dude's Paladin.
well, I gotta say, I'm just thrilled with this result.
The prophecy is true, down the
The
Scott.
Batman won. And, I'm looking forward to these finals featuring entirely new players to the finals.
Alright, let's see. I am going to pull up the challenge bracket. We know for a fact now it is Dude versus Norab. We have fresh blood coming. Wow, they're ahead of me. Someone already filled in the score. So we are looking at whenever possible.
I think Scott was perhaps saw the writing on the wall.
Oh man, I wonder if that means
I just want to say while we're still in stream that Scott is extremely talented at Hearthstone.
Oh, he's amazing.
However, I think it's tacky to win your own tournament twice.
Yeah, he's already the 2-time champion. Let's not make it 3.
Let's get some new blood in the ring.
But here it is. We've got. I think perhaps Darkstorm may have once before advanced into the bracket stage. Now we see him in the finals against Norab, who has never made it to the bracket stage. A relative newcomer. I'm looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. There's just nothing else to say. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's basically it. Well played, both players. Jason, thank you for joining me again. And
You're more than welcome.
as soon as we have a schedule, I'll let you know if we, if and when the third place and finals matches are happening. So, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.